Greetings and welcome to Live Your Song, building businesses that make a difference. My name is Cheyenne Kramer and this is my better half.
Don Kramer. Hello, everyone.
Coming to you from sunny North Carolina today. It is nice out here and we are outside, so you never know. You might see squirrels, bunnies, birds. Could be something
And
going on.
we're in Johnson County, but 50 feet away from Wake County.
For those of us who know where Wake County is. But anyhow, we thought, it's been a really interesting winter. We've just been back in North Carolina for a little while, and we're actually waiting to find out whether we may be headed for Tennessee. So time will tell on that one. But in the meantime, we've been through quite a lot in the last couple of months, wouldn't you say?
Oh, man, we've had a ball.
We've had a ball. Wow, but most people have not been very happy the last couple of months.
Well, I guess we can't say we aren't those.
This
We've
is
been very
true.
happy because we've been very busy.
We've been busy.
Quarantine's made us work more.
It's true. It's true. Both physically and mentally, I
Did they
do
say
believe.
stay at home or stay working?
Well, this is true. But here's the thing. There are some of us out here who are actually kind of encouraged by a lot of the things that we've seen over the last couple of months. And that might sound kind of crazy if all you've been doing is staring at the news and listening to the gloom and the doom and the death and the sickness and oh my word, you know, eh, that's not a good place to engage your mind 24/7, but an awful lot of people have been. But to us, when we really look at the big picture of what's been going on the last couple of months, to us it feels more like we have a new opportunity in front of us. I'm praying that the fact that so many people have been forced to stop their running and racing and basically the hamster mill has kind of had to come to a halt for a lot of people, wouldn't you
That's
say?
true. Yep.
With that, I'm hoping that a few more people have had an opportunity to get connected to our creator and possibly even get connected to their heart song. What is that song in your heart that's waiting for you to sing it? Because it's been said quite a bit over the last couple of months that the world has changed. But here's the question. Are you going to just sit back and wait to see how it's changed? Or is there something you can actively be doing right now to create the change in the direction that you'd like to see it go? That's our philosophy. I think it's time for us to not only be the change, which happens by connecting our heads and our hearts, but also to do the change. So we wanted to talk just a little bit about some of the change in direction and change in perspective that we've adopted over the last couple of months as a result of this worldwide crisis that's been going on. So a lot of what we've been kind of rethinking and doing some additional planning around is the idea that we have the opportunity in front of us right now to kind of rebuild communities. We have no idea what the economy is going to look like coming out of this, but I mean, you've been following all that pretty closely. It's been kind of a strange ride, right?
Yes, it has. I think the economy's going to rebound. Maybe not as fast as a lot of people wanted it to, but it will rebound.
It always does, right?
And it definitely, when it does, it might even be better than what it was. Because
And
I think people have learned a lot. I hope they've learned how to communicate with others.
yeah.
That's the main thing. And none of this dividing stuff, but working together. That is the main thing. And I'm hoping this has taught people to do a couple things, like wash your hands
Yes, we've all learned how to do that again, haven't we?
and communicate and get along with others. I mean, we have to, as a country, get along with each other.
And care about each other.
That's big and important.
Oh
Caring
my
about others.
word. So many people seem like they had really become self-centered, but we've seen some people kind of step out and want to help other people and,
Mhm.
be willing to applaud the efforts of other people. Those are all really positive things. But I also know there's been a lot of people who've been really hurt through all of this. And one of the groups that's been hurt tremendously is the small business community. Anybody who had a brick and mortar small business is sitting around trying to figure out, do I close? Is there a way I can pay my rent? Is there a way that I can get my employees back going? When can I start up that business again? Because every state has got different rules that they're following right now.
True.
So there's so many questions in the small business community. And of course, that's where we tend to play the most, is in small business. So, here's some things to ponder. Is it time for small businesses to really come together as community and figure out ways to work together and collaborate together more? Is it time for small businesses to figure out some simple ways that they might be able to build additional income streams, especially if it's a brick and mortar? Oh my goodness. That's one of the things I think we were really quite blessed with through this whole pandemic is, our income streams didn't stop.
No.
No, we have some residual income streams that we're going to be working on growing a whole lot more over the next few months. But those residual income streams have continued, which is a blessing. And it's a blessing that I think more small businesses need to have. If all you're doing is relying on your direct service to somebody, or you're relying on your brick and mortar location, what are you doing to become more virtual? What are you doing to build multiple streams of income? Are there ways you can be paid to become a good referral generator or a connector, as I like to call it? Are there ways to add income streams without having to tax your ability to do your primary service? Those are all questions that we're throwing out here at small businesses right now because I believe they're important businesses. God forbid. I mean, I never know what to believe in the media these days, but they're already saying, oh, even though we're kind of coming out of this a little bit, there could be another wave in the fall. And I don't know whether that's true or not, but if it is, what are you going to do between now and then to either set yourself up in business if you're not already, or to expand your business to include residual income streams and to include ways that you can engage in the community and do more things to help rebuild the community? Because I promise you, there's a lot of people who were hurting before this that are hurting even more now. I promise you that things could get ugly depending on what happens in our economy over the next few months. Like Don said, I mean, our economy always comes back, but the question is how and how long will it take? So if things get ugly because there's too many people who've lost their jobs and aren't quite sure what to do, and people start trying to find any way to survive, we've got to be able to be involved in our communities, help rebuild our communities, and we've got to build multiple income streams and make sure you have residual income streams included there. Is that kind of what you see into the future?
That's what you have to do. I don't think people understand that it's the small companies, small businesses that really make this country great. It's not the huge, large corporation. It's the mom and pop places.
Mhm.
You don't have to have a brick and mortar store. You can do more online today. There's just so much people can do today to earn more income.
Mhm.
Personally speaking, I'd rather have a little bit of money coming from different places like we have than just one place. I can tell you, I've known people making over $10,000 a month.
Mhm.
Then all of a sudden, bam, it was gone.
Gone.
So what do you do when you go from way up here, $10,000 a month, down to zero in a matter of 2 weeks?
Yep.
So I
tough.
tell people you have to have multiple streams of income. So if one does disappear, you keep trucking.
That's it. That's it. And I have no idea, as we're sitting out here in this bright sunlight, if I can figure out how to share my screen. And I would have been really smart if I had set it up so that I would have this page already up, but I don't. But I want to show you the screen anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and let's see, what am I seeing up here? No, we're good. I'm going to go ahead and hit that. You can watch me look silly while I try to find my cursor to share the screen. Care to tap dance here? There it goes. I think I got it. All right. Boom. Okay. So I'm back. I made it to where I wanted to be. So that much is a good thing. And I just need to pull up this page because I just want to show you this. Sometimes I forget that Zoom, we have the ability to do this kind of thing as part of our podcast, but I think it's a really good thing to do. So here's our main web page that we're focused on right now. And if you can't see it at the top, it says wecare-partnerships.com. And I know that this will be in our YouTube video. It'll also be under as part of our podcast with the Every.Black Network. So you'll be able to find the web page if you choose to go look at it. wecare-partnerships.com. And you'll see on that very front page that says calling all trailblazers, fire starters, and visionaries. We're looking for those visionary people right now who understand that the small business community needs to come together, needs to collaborate, and needs to get engaged in, just working together and building those residual income streams and helping in the community.
There you go.
I can't say this enough right now. This is what we believe this time is what Don and I have been working towards for 20 years. To be here, to be a leader in a movement to get more caring businesses working together. And I'm hoping I can bring this down just a little bit so you can see more. There we go. You can see the image that we've got on here. Because what we're working on right now is building what I call special interest teams. I'm sure there's lots of other names they could be, but that's, we could call them community action teams too. CAT teams, yeah, community action teams, special interest teams. And basically what we're working on right now is to bring together small businesses virtually from across the country, not just across North Carolina, but across the country and maybe even into Canada, and get virtual teams starting to talk together and work together. And then as we get enough people in those teams who represent certain communities, certain locations, then we can take them out of the virtual world and get them into their live communities, taking what they already have decided they want to do together and get them working together in their communities. And you can see on the image, we've got 4 basic special interest teams that we're working on building. Right now, we've got 2 of them up and starting to run. I'm trying to find somebody to lead the other 2 because I think we need all 4 of them up and running. So we have 2 meetup groups right now. One is all about, and I can't, it's always hard to find the cursor in the sunlight here. But anyway, on the right, there it is, on the right side here, it says basic needs. So this is all about housing, food, shelter, basic education, things of that nature. We have a group called Connect, Collaborate, and Create on Facebook, not on Facebook, on Meetup, meetup.com. And, we're bringing people together every other Friday there who want to be engaged as a small business to help make sure that we are building new communities that are taking care of people at a level that they haven't been taken care of at before. We also, down here on the bottom side of this image, you'll see we have what we're calling our health and wellness team. So right now that's called DreamLink. Started out mostly as a women's group, but we've got some guys starting to join in. And that group is all about health and wellness in all of its forms. It includes creativity like the arts. It includes being out in nature like we are today. So we're trying to pull together that as a group called DreamLink. And right now I think it says Women of Wellness, but again, guys are welcome. We just haven't been able to find as many guys who are all that interested in being involved there. So, but that is a special interest team we're pulling together. And we even are starting to attract a team of people who in the Raleigh area are thinking about putting together a community wellness program, something very different than what anybody has seen here before. It includes the idea of alternative wellness and complementary therapies that a lot of people never get access to because they're not covered by health insurance.
True.
So we have those two teams coming together. Now, I got one that I really want to see come together that we're calling a peace team. That is a team that's all about keeping the peace. It's all about protection. It's all about justice. It's all about higher learning. We want to have a team come together that's all about being those advocates for creating a peaceful situation in our planet, in our communities, in our nation, in our states. Because God knows we've had enough war, we've had enough anger, we've had enough fighting, we've had enough hatred. It's time to let go of all that. We want peace. So I want a special interest team to come together around that. And there may be one out there already. If somebody knows of one, you better get in touch with us and let us know.
Definitely, definitely.
And then we're calling our fourth one a prosperity team. That gets into career development. That gets into, you know, different kinds of jobs and such. It gets into the economy. It gets into infrastructure. Anything that helps us to build more prosperity. So I want to see that team come together too. And people could be in more than one of these teams, but the important part is I want teams of small business owners, and then I want teams of individuals that want to work with and support those small business owners and maybe even be mentored by them. Wouldn't it be cool if some of our small businesses are willing to create an apprenticeship so that people can be involved in learning from them? That is the ideal. That's what we really want to see. So, you know, I just wanted to put all this out here because if you are a small business owner or you'd like to be a small business owner that's all about creating these new peaceful communities, it's all about health, it's all about wealth, it's all about peace, and it's all about meeting basic needs for everybody. There's no reason we can't take this time and create exactly that. And I'm going to see if I can scroll
Get done
down.
quickly because
Uh-oh, we got tractors coming up on us, so we're going to need to close this out. But here we are. I wanted you to see the bottom part of the screen because we're calling these paradise communities. That's the title that we've kind of given it at the moment. And so if you would like to become part of a paradise community, just go to wecare-partnerships.com and fill in this information that's in this form and hit submit. You'll send an email direct to me so that I know to be in touch with you. If you'd like to be part of one of our meetups, you've got links over here on the right-hand side that show you where to go. The one that says meetup.com/12visions, that's actually our Connect, Collaborate, Create group. It's all about meeting basic needs. And then the one underneath that, meetup.com/dreamlink, that is not for women only, but it is all about health and wellness. So if people will get excited about what they're doing, they'd like to make a contribution to us for what we're doing. We're not a nonprofit, but if you're a business, we have a whole bunch of ways to help promote you and advertise you. So if you make a contribution to us, you automatically are going to get a bunch of advertising and contribution, including if you're in business now, we'd love to include you on this podcast. And let's see, what else? Oh, we also have Uplift Now on here, which is a barter organization that we believe should be integrated into some of our communities as well. It's a free barter organization. Anybody can join it, even if you're not currently in business, called upliftnow.org. So all of these things are ways that we can come together and start building the communities, the paradise communities that we want to see in the world. Dear, you have any other thoughts on this
I think
before
you
we
did
go?
a great job covering everything. We just need people to have to wake up, join us. We can do a lot more together than we can separately.
And that is one of the most truthful statements I have heard all day. Because we can, together, we can not only be the change we want to see in the world, but we can do the change we want to see in the world. So with that, we're going to close it out. I hear that tractor coming closer.
You know it's live.
No, it's live. So we hope y'all have a fantastic week. We'll see you again next week on the Live Your Song Show. Have a fantastic week, everybody.
Bye. I'm recording it.